Jim, good morning, first of all, and you've got some more gadgets to show us right now.
Yes, I do. Good morning. Nice to be with you.
Great. Well, what do we have here?
Well, there's a couple things going on in electronics. One thing that's happening is electronics are getting greener, more environmentally friendly. I brought a phone along here. This is the Moto Renew from Motorola. This was introduced at the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. And the neat thing about this one, it's a nice little phone from T-Mobile, but the cool thing about it is the casing is made entirely from recycled water bottles, the kind of water bottles that you see in the big jugs you see in office buildings and so forth.
Oh,
and the interior, all the electronics are entirely recyclable. So everything can be reused. So this is an indication of how more and more things are becoming environmentally friendly. We have things like mouse and keyboard combinations that are made of bamboo now. We have a lot of things that are more and more environmentally friendly.
Great.
A couple of other things I brought along. One, this is the new Vio P series from Sony, and the neat thing about this is one of these netbooks. Now, netbooks is the hot area of notebooks, and as you know, notebooks are really taking over from desktop computers. And this one is only £1.25. It has a webcam, it has Bluetooth, it has Wi-Fi, and it has a good-sized keyboard as well. That one is about $900, which is really the top end of the price range for netbooks. They start as little as $300 or $350. Usually those are about £2 or so. So again, the trend is more and more people using their computers to get on the internet and doing it wirelessly. So instead of getting a new desktop, they'll get a notebook. And those of us who travel in particular like these netbooks, which are small, light, and have all of the necessary stuff in them to get us connected wirelessly.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing how light that is, and the keyboard's really not bad.
Yeah, the keyboard on that is quite good. And, you know, the compromise with netbooks is no DVD drive. But most of these, like this one, a Sony Vio, for instance, has 2 gigs of RAM and a 60 gig hard drive. So there's plenty of memory in there. If you want to put a movie on, for instance, you can store it on the memory and rather than using a DVD.
Right, and it does have USB port on there?
Yes,
Yep,
it's got a couple of USB ports, so you're all set. You could outboard a DVD drive if you want to do that. So again, the trend is to notebooks, to portable computers, and within portables, the trend is to netbooks, which are small, light, and inexpensive, and get you on the internet. Another thing about getting on the internet, I brought along the G1, which is from T-Mobile, which is people call the Google phone. And it has a really cool touch screen. It gets you into the world of Google, and it also has a keyboard. Some people love touch screen, some people not so much. So this gives you the choice of both the keyboard and the touch screen.
Okay.
And again, this is from T-Mobile. It's the G1. Most people call that the Google phone. It uses the Google Android operating system, which has the potential to give the iPhone a run for its money.
And T-Mobile's the only one with that right now?
Currently the only one. That's one of the sad things we have, alas, in the still in the wireless phone industry, is that the new phones start out with one carrier and then move on ultimately to some others. So we're hoping that will move on to some others as time goes by. Brought along also the Kindle.
Okay.
The Kindle from Amazon is the newest of the, and the hottest, I should say, of the e-books, of electronic books. There's another one from Aztec called the Easy Reader. There is the e-reader from Sony. This could be the year that electronic books really take off. And there's a couple reasons for that. 2 years ago, we bought 150,000 electronic books in the U.S. Last year, we bought 500,000, really spurred by the promotion and sale of the Kindle. This year, the projections are for sales of electronic books to go over 1 million units. So that's the kind of thing, once you get over 1 million, where things are really starting to take off. More people see their friends have one. And Kindle actually is becoming in some places, a generic phrase for, or a generic term for these e-books, the way iPod did for portable digital music players, the way TiVo has for digital video recorders. So when you put those things together, the fact that we'll buy more than 1 million of them, the fact that Kindle is kind of becoming a generic term, there are other competitors like Aztec and Sony in the marketplace, I think we are going to see that really start to take off.
And what's the price on these now?
They started around 275 or 80 bucks. The Kindle is about 350 bucks. One of the other really neat things about the Kindle is that it has wireless connection, so you can download books wirelessly. Most of the other ones you would plug into your computer or use an SD card to add the books to your electronic reader.
Okay.
This way you can do it wirelessly.
Great. All right, well, this time I actually brought something to show you.
Yes.
But I know you've already seen it.
Yes.
This is from a local company here in the Detroit area in Ferndale called Mayan, and it's called the IRA. It is the Internet Radio Adapter is what IRA stands for. You basically plug this in through these RCA jacks at the back into your home stereo.
Right.
And it also requires a DC power supply here, so it's
Right.
yet one more thing to plug into the power strip. That's the way
Right.
it goes with this
Right.
stuff. And it automatically seeks out and finds a wireless internet signal if you have one in your home, and automatically uploads the addresses of approximately somewhere between 11 and 12,000 streaming audio radio stations, essentially in podcasts,
Right.
that are available on the internet.
Yeah.
So if you want internet audio out of something other than a computer with a set of speakers, if you want internet audio out of your home stereo without having to hook it up to a computer, buy this for 150 bucks. I think it's phenomenal. Of course, we should all listen to wwj.com on it, most of all, but, you know,
Well,
I mean, there's a lot of other stuff there, too.
You're absolutely right, and I have just had the opportunity to test out one of these mines as well,
Yep.
and it really is spectacular. I have mine plugged into a wave radio from Bose,
Okay.
and the sound then, and I have a wireless in my home, of course, and it is actually spectacular. So I live in Boston, where we don't really have good smooth jazz, for instance. There are other things that you don't get in certain marketplaces where you can go using this and find just about any type of music or talk or whatever you like. Or as you say, you go get WWJ. If you're out of town, you can pick that up and listen to it when you're somewhere else. The great thing about this device, I think, though, is how easy it is to use. You really don't have to do anything. You plug it in. You use the remote control to find the genre of music you want. It seeks out, as you said, one of these 11 or 12,000 different stations all around the world,
And that's the
you
remote control.
find the music or the programs that you want. And for 150 bucks, most people ask me, they say, well, what's the subscription fee then? That's the other beauty of this. There is no subscription fee.
You're
So I
already,
think
you're
this
already
is-
paying for internet access. This is just one more thing you can get out of it. Right?
Exactly,
So-
right. So I think this is something just out, and also nice to be here in Detroit, where this is a local company that's doing this as well. And I think this company is really about making things easy. The folks that are involved here are also, I think, some of the guys that brought out the turntables that you can plug into your computer to take all of our good old vinyl records and put them onto a hard drive and store them or listen to them through our computers.
Yeah, the CEO of this company is one of the inventors of the Ion turntable. So
Yeah.
and I got one of those for Christmas. Those are great, too.
Yeah.
So one last item here?
Well, I brought along the new Kodak ZX1, and this is one of these are the hot area. We've talked about this before of
Pocket video.
of camcorders.
Yep.
They are pocket camcorders, and now in high definition. This one doesn't have the flip out, but this does have a plug for your USB, and you just connect it in high definition. This one also has SD card slots, so you really have an unlimited amount of memory involved with these. And it's only about 180 bucks. Again,
Wow.
what people like about these...
An HD camera for
An
180 bucks. That's
HD
phenomenal.
camcorder. What folks really like about these is the fact that you'll have it with you. You'll
Yep.
have it with you to take those unscripted moments. Moms love these to have get the kids on the swings, that kind of stuff. So we're going to see more and more of these, and this is really the hot area of camcorders is these pocket camcorders.
All right.